Hello, good morning, and happy birthday, June 23rd, babies. We're going to connect here and see what message is coming up for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see this video. I should say good afternoon, good evening, because depending on where you are in the world, it could be the 22nd, the 23rd, you may be heading towards the 24th. You may already be in the 24th. So the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see this video, see what is coming up here for all of you out there. And we have the Seven of Wands. We're getting some repeat cards lately, my darlings. So this is saying that we need to really pay attention to the message. We need to take it seriously because I'm using different decks, right? I'm alternating the decks, but we're getting some repeats here card-wise. So Seven of Wands is a card that tells us to keep doing what we're doing and that this isn't the time to be extra, okay? Sometimes we really want to speed things along. We want to make something happen faster. And in my experience, sometimes the Seven of Wands comes up to say, this is not the time to be extra. Like, you really try to like add extra or make it better or speed it up, and we end up ruining it. We end up messing it up. So I don't want to say less is more, but just keep doing what you're doing. You might be making some progress towards some certain goals right now, or you may be making progress in your work projects, or even maybe in a relationship. Maybe you've met someone you really like and you're getting to know them and you're thinking, oh, well, this will really impress them, or easy there. Easy. You don't want to lose yourself in the process, or start performing and then come off as disingenuous, or pushing things too far. So just to me, Seven of Wands is like you've got the right idea. You're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing. Also, some of you have heard me say this before. Sometimes the Seven of Wands comes up for me when you're in a situation where people are trying to talk to you about a decision that you've made or something that you're doing. They're trying to talk to you about it. And you might think, okay, well, I can explain to them why I'm doing this or why I've made this decision. But when Seven of Wands comes up, for me, it's a situation where they don't really care to reason with you or logic with you. They don't care to hear your side of things or why you're doing something or how you've come to this decision. They simply just want to talk you out of it. And oftentimes it's because what you're doing does not benefit them and they need you to go back to doing what you were doing before because that's what's going to benefit them. So this is not a conversation that's happening with an open mind to find common ground, to understand each other. It's like, nope, how can they get you back over to what was benefiting them? So for me, like if I'm looking at a situation, if I pull Seven of Wands for myself, to me it would just say don't even bother like discussing it. Like it's okay to have certain parts about your life or certain things that are maybe off limits. And you know what, sometimes you might deal with people that you can't tell them that. You can't say, I'm not going to discuss this matter with you, or this is off limits. There are certain situations in my life with certain people where I have flat out said that. I have flat out said, you know what, this is not open for discussion. We're not gonna talk about this, you and I, right? It depends on the person. I might not be able to, no matter how old I am, I might not be able to do that with certain members of my family, especially those who are much older than me, or parents or aunts or uncles. I can't talk to them that way. Culturally it wouldn't be acceptable. But if you are in a situation where you can't do that, you can't tell this person this is not open for discussion, right? You're like, I can't talk to them that way because of your culture or whatever it might be. You would just give them hardly any details at all. You know, you might not tell them what the developments are. You might not tell them what's going on. I've done that before. And then so sooner or later they'll stop asking because they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I guess there's nothing going on there." And it's not lying. It's not lying. It's just it's a way of setting boundaries sometimes in a peaceful way, because you know all that's going to come out of it is arguing and back and forth and chaos and drama. And so sometimes it's just a way of setting boundaries, is you don't go into details. You don't go into like what's going on in the situation. And that might be a way to set a boundary. One more thing about the Seven of Wands. You need to be cautious sometimes when it comes up. Because sometimes I've seen the Seven of Wands come up in a situation where there are people trying to poke you and aggravate you to get a reaction out of you, so they can turn around and say, aha, see, I told you they were mean. I told you they were unstable. I told you they had a temper. Like, they just poke and poke and poke and poke and poke to get this reaction out of you, so they can point their finger and say, everybody look, everybody look how unhinged this person is. So you don't want to give them that, right? You don't want to give them the reaction they're trying to get. So it's okay to excuse yourself from a situation. If you find that it's getting really aggravating, you can just put distance, excuse me, between yourself and these people. Also, sometimes be careful. When I see the Seven of Wands, be careful if you have people coming and like venting to you about a person or situation, because you might try to be sympathetic and just be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, or oh my goodness, that's terrible, and that's all you said. And then this person goes off and up to the very person they were venting about and say, you will never guess what they were just saying about you, and they will put everything on you. So sometimes Seven of Wands for me can be a warning to avoid certain groups or having certain discussions or conversations, or even simply listening to somebody else being negative about a person or situation. So standing your ground, having that healthy boundary, having that healthy limit can be incredibly helpful, okay, when the Seven of Wands is around. Now, I've begun posting the love readings. I'm just waiting for them to pass the credential check, the new layers of security. And so once those are cleared, I'll be making them available to watch. And then I'm going to get started on the weekly forecasts. If you haven't watched the love readings for June yet, or the weekly forecasts for this week, those are linked in the description of this video. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of this video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, which is my scheduling page. You can go ahead and schedule with me there if you would like to schedule a private reading. I do want to say something about the private readings, and I almost feel like maybe it's not even worth addressing it because it happens so rarely. But at the same time, I know that there's been a lot of new people coming on. Like, I've been seeing it in the comments, and there have been some new subscribers. And I've had a couple of like first time, not couple, I'd say I've been noticing mixed in with my regulars, there've been some new people scheduling readings. I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that name before, or I don't think I read for this person before. So I just want to say something for those of you scheduling readings with me. Obviously, I want people to be happy with their readings, and obviously this is my livelihood, and I need people to schedule readings, and I appreciate that you all schedule readings. But that being said, I am not a dance monkey. Like, you're not gonna throw money at me and then I'm gonna do what you're telling me you want me to do, or what you want me to say, right? I know some people do that. They're like, well, I'm stressed out about a situation. This is what I want to hear. And it just makes me feel better to go to a reader and set it up and let the reader know that this is what I need you to tell me. And then I pay the reader, and the reader just tells me what I want them to tell me. And then I feel better, right? I understand that this could be like a form of entertainment or just a form of like stress relief, but that's not what I do. I'm not I'm not going to do a reading to tell somebody what they're telling me they want me to say. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling in the energy and what's coming up in the reading. And if you're not happy with the reading, I'm not gonna feel like bullied or pressured to say, oh, okay, well, maybe I was wrong and maybe it means this instead. Like, you're not gonna like guilt me into changing the reading or changing what comes up to say, oh, no, it's this instead. Like, oh, it's this is what it is instead. um Again, it happens so rarely. It happens so rarely. It's probably not even worth addressing, but as I've said, I've noticed there's been new people coming on, and I just want to let you guys know, I'm just gonna tell you what's coming up. And sometimes uh it's not gonna be what somebody wants to hear, but I'm not gonna tell somebody something just because I think it's going to get them to give me more money or schedule with me again. As I said, I really, really do appreciate the business. And yes, there's a business aspect to this, but at the same time, I'm not going to make things up or be pressured into saying what somebody is telling me they want me to say because they're offering me money. So I just wanna clarify that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I know a lot of you have been asking about Maxie. He's doing well. He did the most adorable thing the other day. It kind of half made me feel terrible, kind of half broke my heart a little bit. He's really smart. Like, he's starting to be able to tell on the rare occasions that I do go anywhere. He's starting to be able to tell when like I'm getting ready and I'm gonna go somewhere where like he can't go, right? I usually take him with me, but on the rare occasion, if I'm getting really dressed up or something, or he sees me, doing something with my hair or my makeup, he figures out that he can't go with me. And so what he figured out is that if I'm putting eyeshadow on, because I don't wear eyeshadow during the day and I don't wear eyeshadow unless I'm like really, going to go somewhere nice or do something, go out with friends or something. He's figured out that when I put eyeshadow on, he's not going to go with me. And the way that I figured out that he figured that out is that little rascal took my eyeshadows and hid them in his little doggy bed, thinking that I'm not gonna find them. But I found them, and it was just so funny. Like, I can't find my eyeshadows. I guess I can't leave now. Like, what goes on in his little brain? He's just so funny. I just wanted to share that because I know some of you like Max stories, but he's too much. I can't get over him. He's too much. But I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Maxie's doing well. I'm doing well. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. And we'll see you in tomorrow's message. Be well, my dears.